Hello. Hello. Yeah. I don't know why my mind is extra crusty today, but it's just been this way. I've been trying to figure out why, but I don't know. It's just different. I've had to scream into the mic a few times to get it to normalize, because it feels like I'm in a big room for whatever reason. I don't know. It might be because no, but I mean, nothing's changed since the last time, but it just is this way. I did finally figure out how to get the bot working, so that's good. Some progress. So, which is why I still mark this stream as test, because I wasn't sure if it was gonna work, which it seems like it is. I wish there was a better guide for this. Oh well. So yeah, I have been looking through my notes again. Let me do those up. Oop. And get in the corner. So we did get through some stuff last time. We got keyboard, we got sprint, and we fixed the camera. So today we could work on this bonus stamina and then settings and some other stuff. I also just elaborated more on this, like the book view mode. It's already open and it animates closed. And it's closed right now. And then being on the correct page, where's that's a later thing. So I'd say we start from here. I also got alert audio working, so it should pop up. I can test that. I mean, I did test it for stream, but might as well test it now. Yep, should have been audible. Hope it's not too loud. I could turn it down a bit more. Yeah, about because it needs to be louder for me, so I notice it. But if it's not for you, that's still fine. So I did turn it down a bit, and yeah. So one more thing is I'm gonna put on some music, and then we'll get into work. So let me get that out. Right, turn that off. Should be coming through. Like check. Yeah, I believe it is. Hopefully not too loud. Maybe I should turn it down just a smidge more. Yeah, about how much? to the list. So yeah, bonus stamina. And well, yeah, I was thinking about it some more. So instead of having, stamina regen and then restoring stamina, you know, what if it's already full? Does it go over the limit? So what I thought instead would be easier and get the same effect is just ignore the stamina check. Okay, hold on, I need to turn down the music on my end. Okay, let me turn that up for you now. Uh, let's see. Yeah, that looks fine, I think. Great. But yeah, we ignored the stamina check, so that will have the same effect. So whether you're at zero stamina or whatever for a limited amount of time, it's just not gonna drain it. So it should regen. Yeah, ignore stamina check instead, or both drain and regen. So it should regen and also not drain. Right. And I believe we already discussed this. So once every time you get a full health, you get one adrenaline rush. Uh, and it also prevents abuse. So yeah, and immunity and stuff will make it too easy. And yeah, it should kick in when you're about 30% health. This figure depends on how much damage enemies are doing. So if an enemy does like 15% damage, then you're more likely to get this effect. But if an enemy does, let's say, 40% damage, then even if you are at 30%, one hit and you're dead. So I'll need to consider reconsider this once I get to enemy damage. And yeah, rest looks same. Let me switch to code. I don't believe this is the other script. Yeah, health and stamina. Go ahead, like this here. And in this part, we're checking if we're moving, then it's gonna drain stamina based on, let's say, moving. Currently moving. Then what we have here is horizontal is placement, and then on about ladders. I'm gonna do a don't drain health on the ladders, which it's fine. Right. We check if we're moving. We are. We drain if we're not. Right. So instead of this, we do currently moving or adrenaline rush. So we'll have a check here for rather hmm, rather it should be no rush and currently moving. So let's say we have is green and So if we don't have adrenaline, then we're not moving. So whenever this goes true, this will guaranteed fail. And we can just move to this part. So stamina is low, it's gonna uh, recover. And at the same time, we do wanna enable sprint again. So we're gonna do that up here. Oh yeah, should mention that in my notes that back here, uh, we're gonna stamina check for both drain and regen, and also enable sprint in games is safe. And I believe this part where we have sprint, this is basically uh, to create the effect of exhaustion. Uh, so when you're exhausted and sprint, then you need at least, let's say, 30% of your stamina back, or you can sprint again. Sprint uh, after catching your breath. So let's also make this a constant. Let's say stamina, uh, sprint, rather sprint, mm, cool down. I guess, yeah. And we declare a constant here. So it's actually up there where we have stamina, frame rate, regen, and sprint, and yeah, private constant. Um, Storage cooldown, and its value is going to be 0.3, right? So now it should just use that instead of their own magic number. I could promote this to a game variable, but since I'm not gonna have difficulty, settings like easy, medium, it's just gonna be one flat difficulty. Then should be fine. Now, for adrenaline, we're gonna need a separate check. So what it's gonna do is I'm just gonna put this outside because I don't wanna have to figure out what all this does right now. So adrenaline rush. I'm gonna say wait. Okay, I forgot there's two checks. So there's currently adrenaline, whether if you can adrenaline. So if you can adrenaline, and if you can, then it's gonna do if health instantaneous is less than, I'm gonna say uh health uh adrenaline. Gonna do health maximum health times adrenaline sprint cooldown. Uh, yeah, rather stamina exhaustion. I'm gonna handle stamina exhaustion. So it's closer to how we defined it, and then first value means it's related to stamina, and how it relates. So it's like a similar naming scheme. Close related to health and journaling. So if our health is less than and short equal to health journaling, then what we're going to do uh, is like different column equals no. What is that? True. And if you hold down Control and the up and down keys, you can close the window while keeping the cursor in place. You get that? And if it's not gonna do anything, I believe. Oh, right. It's also gonna say that you can no longer red equals, so you can't use a journaling for a while. And then here we do else if uh, the health instantaneous is equal to health. That means fully recover. Then we're gonna do can, and we should have created these variables first, but whatever. Once you're fully recovered, you can run again. So uh, adrenaline kicks in. Health. Wait. It. Hmm. Hmm. Wait. Do I need to work? Hi, Lily. Sorry, I think I missed your message. How are you? Yeah, the Discord is kind of there. It's not proper setup. It just exists. And I finally got the commands. Oh, okay. Yeah, I finally got the commands working on all three platforms. I'm doing all right. Uh, doing better. Wasn't so good in the morning. I don't know why I had a headache for some reason. So I had to go to work, but I didn't. I took a day off. But I'm doing pretty good now. Nice. Yeah, the weekends get a little intense, but it's my, I think, first time taking a day off since I started it, so should be fine. I didn't need it though. Okay, then I somewhat have a schedule going. Weird, the music is gets so quiet sometimes. I don't think it's even. Hold on. Let me adjust it some more. Yeah, that should be fine. It's the oh, did the command not work? No, that's the game I'm working on right now. Hold on, let me check why it didn't work. It's there. Weird. Maybe oh should be. Let me try the command as well. Find it. Stream elements. Why? Why? It says it's active. I don't know. Weird. Hold on. Yeah, I'm multi-streaming. That is the link it's supposed to post. It's just a link to my notes, which are, I believe, here. So these notes, which is everything related to the game. So, anyone can read it. Can't edit them, but it's there. The music is loud again. Whatever. I will upload the code too, so anyone can download it. But for now, I don't know. I haven't checked it in a while. I'll try that after today's stream. Yep. Also, those commands feel like weird. The game on itch is kind of ass. It's I just wanted to get something out, and you can tell it's rough, but it's whatever. It's something. So what we want is health, danger level. So now we need checks. I think we go back to here. Private is adrenaline. Um, and adrenaline is adrenaline. So, oops. Just go check whether we can spread. So yeah, that two. Let's see if we're below 30% health, then you can adrenaline, right? And if you can, now you can, right? And then it should be a separate logic. So if we can, a red wire. I think I'm just gonna have a third one called flag, random, and I'm just trial and error this thing. By 8, it's gonna be flag is gonna be true, lazy. And it's gonna be false. And is gonna be false. So this says I, I should separate these so I can comment on them. Okay. This says um, reset is or other one randomly or help restore. This is health and danger level, and then murder, violent, health, and danger level. Okay, so first is this one. First we check time pause here. Yeah, I think it's because I think I'm using this. I think I just changed the logic. Before I was using oh yeah, this is oh yeah. Trial and error. Because I like reworked this code so much. I just left the old stuff there. Uh, it's just yeah, it's messy. All right. Now we say because it's like there's different versions. I try, then something breaks, and I'm like, no, you know what? This could be done better in a different way, and then it just piles on. But I don't want to get rid of the old one, in case I did that one thing that I want to reuse somewhere else. That never happens. But you never know. I think this part has been here for like three years. But it's fine. I'll clean it up at the end. So yeah, no, this is gonna be flat now. We're allowed to use it currently if um I need to think about this. Um, currently or relative restore. Okay. Then uh, restore. So we're gonna say if we're not currently allowed to use adrenaline, we do a check on health. Is we go to max out. Then we do flat true. So health fully covered. Okay. Now, it done. The next part is health in your zone. So we do then the flag that we're allowed to be and the health instant convenience stuff that is current health is less than or equal to a percentage of our total health. I could combine this as well. Health in danger zone, then allow uh, trend the LN on next hit, and we do and equals okay. I am on Aria. Here's doing all right. Thought I'd get some work done today. I figured out the alerts, so now they make a sound. I forgot to add the audio source, but it should be good now. Also figured out the bot, kind of. It's working sometimes, not other times. Skills some stuff I'm not considering, but I'm gonna ignore that for now. You can. You can allow it, and then the last part goes into the damage brain health. So this gets called when you're hurt. Okay, if you're not dead, then what you do is you check if you can adrenaline, and if you can, then you do. At the same time, you uh, reset the flag, so can't use another charge. And I believe and adrenaline should be entirely dependent on your health. So, so this is gonna go false. This one trigger. This needs to be reset as well. Wait, before. Yes. Equals false. So use adrenaline charge. Up, reset, check, or to fully recover, and then here is activate adrenaline. Okay. I'm also gonna need a timer, so I'm gonna just use a flow instead of a bool. We'll see. So, if you're not adrenaline, you're gonna do this, and now this needs to go off after a while. So, the way we do that, hmm. We do. Is it gonna be timer based? I believe so. Okay, once every full minute, that's fine. And then it gives you stamina for a little bit. Here. So we do timer, adrenaline, and scale, then 0. And what we do is timer, adrenaline, and we tick that down. And adrenaline. So yeah, because I haven't declared this variable yet, it's telling me I need to get on that. I think I'm gonna switch this variable out with the timer. I'm just getting the logic in first, and then I'll rename it. So frame infinite, it's on. It's gonna take it down, and yeah, brackets. What do you mean square brackets? Like this? Oh, you can, but you don't need to. For single line stuff, you can even do this and it works. It's just me being lazy. If I have multiple lines, like here, then I need brackets. But if it's like single line, I can do this or this. Both are valid. That looks nicer. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. I just like it, taking up less space personally. But yeah, it's a preference. You can do it either way. Like personally, it helps with readability since I'm a little used to it. It's purely preference, nothing else. So now we get rid of this. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I do understand, like, if you're in a team and other people might not be familiar with it, and as you mentioned, you know, not having software that supports it, that can cause problems. That's valid. But I've only worked on this solo, so I guess that's a bad habit I've acquired. Let's see, the career just becomes month, and we rename this to time work, work, but between variables. Oh, that's odd. I didn't know there were that kind of differences between Visual Studio versions. Oh, oh, actually, I've never used that shorthand. I always go with the second method. Interesting. I could try that next time I use it. Do I use them anywhere? I will note that down though. Oh, here. What name? Player name? missionaries. Here. What? Hold on. If you have a player class, the object name, the player name, okay? Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll write this example and then see if I can try it sometime. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, it is ambiguous what kind of data this is, but I mean, you do it with numbers and everything. So yeah, naming it should fix the issue. That's nice. I like these kind of shorthands. There's so many of these. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, like we have the class name part of the variable name, make it more descriptive. Yeah, that would help. All right, so we got rid of that. So now timer is here. I believe, where's this? Okay, activate adrenaline. Here we do time. Adrenaline. Should I make this a constant, actually? Generate rate. Oh, yeah, these should be constants. I don't know why I made it this way. Oh, frame rate is currently 0. Hmm. Right. Let's just do that after. Let's say get 5 seconds of boost. And here will be the adrenaline. Okay, this is 0 by default. And here we do the believe adrenaline rush means primary adrenaline is either 0 or below. Okay. Then standing still. Cover. And you get stamina back once you catch your weapon. But this is from song is from here. Okay. Alright, so when you get bird, so we activate the timer, so now we are using adrenaline. We come here, say, okay, if it's active, just drain it, and while it's active, so this is going to be false. We go here, recover stamina. We also enable sprint. I think I forgot that step. Sprinting. Ignore X. And sprint equals true. Right. It should work. How do I test this though? I don't think I can. Train stamina. Am I using this? Test stamina. Okay, I am. That's fine. I don't think I need this anymore because stamina regen already depends on how fast we're moving. No, stamina drain depends on how fast we're moving. Hmm, that's fine. I do wanna work these into constants. Uh, constant. Okay. It's also going to be as well. Okay. And let's rename this to oh, hi Ted. Oh, sorry, I missed your message. And hello. Oh, it's a bot. Unkick. No thanks. I'm good. How are you, Ted? Oh yeah, that command isn't working for whatever reason. It's just it's a link to my notes for the game I'm working on. Oh, hold on again. All right, we got stamina. Join done. Oh, you joined today. 100% a bot. So no. All right. Bye. See. Uh, can create. Oh, hello. Oh, there goes. Like being weird again. Region, big stamina. Then we got rain, rain, yeah, stamina. We got- hello? Sorry, the mic is being weird again. I don't know why it does that. Region, no, then, oh, this is fine. This is fine. And then time, rain, hopefully no spell errors. Better put this here. Is 10, stamina 7, got region or health 25, stamina, got it at 1, brain rate should be 1, health region is 7, so it pauses for 1. I'm just gonna add this. So they're consistent. And then adrenaline, let's say you get 5 seconds of adrenaline. Right, so we can get rid of this, and this. Right, should be good now. So now if you get hurt while your health is low, should get you. But I do want to test this, so I don't have enemies yet, if I remember correctly. In this and charge. Yep. I'll have to revisit this because right now I don't have enemies, so I'm just gonna leave this open. Need to guys like enemies, and digital uses. So we're just gonna leave this one for now. Right. Next, I believe we move to dev mode, and that's just messing with the setting. So that should be. Wait, what do I want to do? Let's see. Okay, activating dev mode. I was thinking like how you do it on Android. You spam a button and that gives you dev mode. But I think before that, I want. Hmm. Do I want these now? Because I'm not gonna be working on the weather yet. This would be nice, so I think I'll just go with this. Hmm. Let's see actually whether we can implement this right now. So done with this, we're done with this, 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 yeah, yep, okay. So now what happens is when you it's on right, okay. using date to show values. We are reloading on limit. Okay. And we're getting this from game variables. So these are the default values. So if we go here, what it does is in OA, it resets these values. So for initialization, it should get these values from the player props. Actually, let me see how reliable player props are. Unity player props. I'm just googling again. Okay, it gets saved locally. Okay. So I should be able to use this directly. Okay, so let's say we reset it here, and instead of these values, what we're gonna do is and after that we reload the menu so that applies those values. Wait, so whenever the menu is shown, it does this, and whenever this starts, it does this. Where else does it do this? Is this even get? Does this even get called? Oh. Let's see if it does. Ensure. Oh, I should move to the other side since I'm plugged in. Oh, right. Ensure that you can get. Well, I'm just gonna leave it for now. So these values instead of this, we want to check if player props has them. So if we do we check player props. Yeah. No, actually, it has an option to get default values, I believe. Let's see. If we look at no, I believe Seri did. It says it was banned on my end. But yeah, there was another bot on Kick. Yeah. It took a moment, I think. I'm not sure. Oh god, I need to tell you what. I'm gonna take a few minutes, freshen up, get water, and then I'll continue. So I will BRB. I'll keep the music on. It's good. But yeah, BRB. Hello. Hi. I wish there was a smoother way to blend sound. Yeah. I don't know what the deal with Kick is. Have you seen it? I don't know much about it. I just know the crowd there is very different compared to Twitch and YouTube. And I know that it was started off as an offshoot because Twitch banned gambling content, so that became their place. Yeah, gambling and bigotry. Wait, yeah, it's a different space. But I noticed the game dev sphere is kind of small there, so I figured, why not? I'm not gonna engage with gambling and the other stuff. So as long as people behave, it shouldn't be a problem. At least that's how I feel about it. I think there was only one streamer that I watched there, and they stopped streaming. But that was for different reasons. But it was all right. At least that part of the crowd that I saw. Yeah. So is the event for getting floating numbers. Yeah, the key. Um, I should use constants for the key. So I will define them here. Distance, interact, operation. Okay. Let's do private, constant, string, this, auto, save, equals, interval, auto save, okay, and we can just copy this pattern here. Right, so we got the arrangement, dialog. You know what? I'm gonna rename it the whole thing. And we got if the oh, camera far. This is how far the camera sees the clipping plane. Give it the camera. The camera. is movement, then camera. So movement, camera, movement, horizontal, vertical, movement, camera, horizontal, vertical, variability, battery, vibration, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this should be movement H, movement H, E, then we've got camera H, virality, and battery. Oh yeah, this was for battery display on a phone. Okay, vibration. None of these settings are still programmed, if I remember correctly. Maybe I did. Could have been for a different project. Audio assist. And which should I'll have to rename. Oh, complex here. Okay. Issues. Oh, this simple thing. View. Uh, view. View. Uh, view. It's fine. Then we got color, line, and we got environment, oh, environment, and volume. Sorry, mode. Listen, I'm just naming a bunch of strings here, which is instead of having to type this out every time, I'm going to use this variable. So there's less of a chance of me making a spelling mistake because the way it's going to save here. So cleargraphs is just a function that can store values. Here I want it to store a number. And to store or retrieve a number, I need to give it the name that I'm using to, store on my physical storage. So let's say I want to save this interval autosave. So what I do is interval autosave. So here it's gonna replace it with this value. And to get it, we're gonna say get the value, or by default, it's gonna be 5. So that's all it's doing. And then we get that value and we save it here in a global variable that we can then modify later. We'll do the saving at a different point. But all it does is get this number with this name, and if it can't find it, then use this value and then store it here. That's fine. all makes sense. It's all part of the plan. Environment. Oh, and because this is the settings menu. Oh no, these are the variables. I mean, it's could be someone else listening. If it helps them out, then one plus one. Yeah, that math checks out. Equals 2 equals fish language, and then we got language. I do want to have language support because there's, I believe, only one piece of spoken dialogue, and the rest is purely text. So this would help with reaching for a bigger crowd than just English speakers. Yeah. Right. So we have that, and we do the same for the rest. I think I'll just wait, right, yes. For this, when you listen to this, oops, I'm getting off. Hello, sorry, got a call and had to attend. Right. I have this. So right now, okay. Where's this be used? Okay. Oh, here. Oh, so wait. And set the okay. I'm just gonna leave it for now. And these two as well. I don't know if I want to modify these. Here too, I'm using magic numbers. Should I? Yes. Hmm. It's fine. I think it should be fine here. If it gets messy, I'll change it up. Right. We're building all these, so comment that out. Now, it's become 7. Duration, dialogue. You know what? Let's just copy this. Yeah, copy this first. And well, edit it in the input camera bar. It's not being used. Hmm. Oh no, it is. It is. It's just Yeah, just learn to be shy. Come to the dark side. Kill them. Why should I do this as well? But it's fine. This will be here. This will be camera far. 40. This will be sensitivity movement. 50. This will be no sensitivity camera. Sales. All right. There's no blue. Okay, I'll fix that. Vertical. Do camera. Image. Camera. Unit. Battery. Vibration. Audio. Product line. Line. Environment volume. Enemy volume. Language. We we don't have that. Right, we need that. Big camera. Right, we need to fix this anyway. So out. Right, a little float. No, it's an integer. So, and I believe this is an integer too. And 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 for this, we're gonna be getting in as well. 0. That's gonna give us a header. No. Oh yeah, this bit. This should also be int and 0. Vibration. This is right. Drop down, so int. This is billion, so make it int. And and okay. So 0, 0, 0, 0. You get the picture. Now, before I fix this, I want to declare this as well. So let's go here. And we can so we get the camera. We call this the camera. And then down, we fix this. So what we're doing is get an int, and if that value is 0, we say false. Otherwise, true. This is just a shorthand for the ifs. Wait, why is it working? Wait, cannot visibly, but I am. Does it need to be in a bracket? Oh, right. I'm stupid. It's 0. There. So if it's 0, it's true. Otherwise, it's. Oh, so if it's 0, it's false. If it's not, it's true. No. So if the value is 0, it stays false. Otherwise, oh, I'm stupid. I'm. I don't even need all this. I just need this. Right. Overcomplicated it for myself. There we go. So now, if we get a 1, it's true. Otherwise, false. Should be good. Brightness. I don't know if I want this. I don't know how this works right now. We wait. Hmm. I know 3 is supposed to be heavenly. So heavenly. And then this check how this works. Letting player access it rather verify. Because I don't remember how this works. I think it just makes the global lighting brighter instead of a post-processing effect. So we'll just make sun shine brighter and the nights less dark. At least I think so. I'll have to check. Let's just make this there, and we make this here. And it's for, it, right? Because this will break the game. So I think this, I might hold this when release. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so we have these constants defined. So now settings should be loaded. And now to save them, I think I'll just add that here. So we save this value. If I remember correctly, this is called settings as an event. Yeah. So whenever some values change instantly, it gets saved. It's not efficient. Like the player keeps changing settings, then it gets saved to the drive every single time. But I think that's fine. So we do let's use the same key. Then value is, oh, we're using the wrong one. Set flow. Oh, where are we here? So, and the value is going to be interval. This value. So yeah, We do the same here, here, and so on and so forth. Camera, irrelevantly, battery, vibration. Oh, it's funded by the above? No. Wait. Let me just make a fun here, here. Hmm. I, hmm. Yeah. No. Do I want to save this setting? Should be off by date. No. I don't think I want to save this setting. So I don't need this. I want to keep this so it doesn't break the game. No. Hmm. Oh, actually, I'll also need to remember this. Uh, let's see. Movement, fix free cam, and this is going to be a to-do. Have a bounding box around map or exit flipping through ground or flying to water with the free camp. Just teleport to spawn, I guess. So players don't get lost outside because the fog is pretty dense. So I guess having a bounding box might prevent that to an extent. And if the players fall through the ground somehow, they get teleported to spawn, which or fast position they were grounded. I'll look into this afterwards. So back to here. Oh, hello, Shadow Fungi. Or yeah. How are you? Oh, thank you for the follow. I missed it last time, and I don't know how late I'm noticing your message. Sorry about that. Uh, Hope you're doing well. By default, it's going to be just 0 false. Oh, okay. I'm doing all right. Just going through the list of stuff, and it is just setting up stream, hence the awful mic. And yeah, things seem good so far. But I'm doing good. about Boolean again. So we do this, and 1 or 0. Okay, save here. Here as well. Oh, here as well. And I'm just looking at these types and then deciding whether it's float or boolean. So boolean and int both get saved as int because Firecrafts doesn't have a bool type defined. So you just map it to 1 or 0. 1 being true and 0 being false. Okay. Now we continue. Be ready. And battery display. Or vibration, since it's a drop down, it's gonna have an integer value, so let's just get directly. Audio assist. Right, this is a boolean again. Colorblind assist. Again, a drop down since there's different kinds of color blindness. I think there's 3 or 4, I'm not sure. But these are going to be handled through, I believe, post processing effect. Not sure. I haven't figured out how it's going to be done. But if not post, then I guess something, because the way I have item interaction is items get highlighted when you're close and you look at them. So I guess I could have used colors that are easily identifiable based on which kind of blindness you have, because I think that's the only major case of post processing. Yeah, I believe that would be easy. Just activate whichever filter is needed. But we'll see. Because I don't think color is important otherwise. But I could try both options. And that should be everything. Let me just double check. Since I kind of zoned out a bit. Okay, that's flow. Okay. Yeah, looks good. So I should be able to just try this out immediately. Unity, yes. Filing, hopefully no errors. Nice. So if I start out now and I check settings, okay, everything looks good. Yeah. Let's see here. And we close. We stop the session and start again. All right, nice. Cool. So, and this should not be part of it. Good. Great. So we got settings, saving. Oh, should try if reset works. Hold on, let me check in the script. We do reset is this function, and then that calls this. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm reusing this. Let's just know whatever is saved. We don't want that. Hmm. So I'll need a separate function for initialization and another for reset. So let's do that. I know, and since initialize is only gonna have locally, we don't need an external preferences. And gonna need one of these. Okay, action, sensitivity, visions, external functions, everything. Set up reset calls initialize here. And now reset is done purely to this function that button on the settings menu. We're gonna need to change this. Alright, so we can use this and really this. No. So when we initialize, it loads in defaults from our save, and then it applies maybe to this. Well, it's the awake function, so it should not be working here. Menu settings, because this will get called not consistently anyway. Does this get called before or after start? Because if it gets called after, then we can just plug uh, this part into start. So it initializes, then we'll start. It sets this. Hold on, let me pull up the, what do you call it, execution cycle, the execution order. So yeah, we have, wait. Okay, let me see if I can add this as a source. Window capture, call this. I can. Okay, should be visible now. So here we have the wait function called first, then the neighbor. Okay, so it's after. So either I reload here, but then it doesn't get called consistently, does it? Called once, yeah. Whereas this one, yeah. Hmm. So I don't think I can use this. Hmm. Okay, let's focus on this first. Okay, so we initialize, we get values from our save file, plug them here. Then when we hit reset from that button, and we're going to use these values. And now I need to define them as constants. So, um, let's reuse this. Copy, paste, and then these are all really look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of them are float. And then rest are bool. Or 6 of them are bool. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then int. Bool. Then another int. And 2 are float. And the last one is an int. So language, volume, color, audio, yada yada yada. Okay. Now for the default values, we just get rid of this first. Sorry, had to sneeze. Right, need to rename this as well. So let's e underscore this. That should make it separate. Here, again, using F2 to rename, so it modifies all instances of it rather than having to change each one. Sorry, what? Oh no. Is the key stuck again? Because I can't rename. Come on. Where is it? There. No. It's working again. There we go. Now we can uncomment this. There we go. Now the values are here. So I believe it's 5, 7, 60, 40, 50.5 plus 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 50 like that. Hmm. Hold on. Oh, uh, plus 0, 100. Oh, right. 100, 0. Oh, stop. Key got stuck again. So since we're storing it here, and this is a pool. No, that's fine. Then we do this. We modify all of these. 0. Right. I think I'm just gonna oh, this. It's gonna oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah, pressing all the wrong buttons. Camera bar. It's times like these that make me want to get a mouse with macros. That would help so much. I have a macro pad, but every single key is just used right now. So I could get another one, but that would be overkill. There we go. And then we just erase this part by are you complaining? Cannot convert from float to in. Oh, it should be float. Okay. And what's your idea? Cannot convert from float to in. Oh yeah, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, because should be in. Oh, take care, Moon. Thanks for stopping by. No, he's just calling me that now. I don't think he's ever called me by my last name before. Okay, that's done. Now we do it again. here. Oh my god. You know what? Caps lock. My pinky hurts from holding it down. And throw an error because the value is an integer, but we'll fix that in a bit. Oh, I need to stretch. Oh my god. I was turning into a boulder. Okay, got better posture now. Because I had my knees to my chest and I was crouching. My back was in an arch. So, yeah, I have really bad posture. I need to be more conscious of that. And now to fix this, we just do this. Finally! Oh, hopefully I didn't miss anything. I probably missed something, but hopefully not. Okay, so this initializes, so it does all this. I don't think this is called. I need to check. Hold on. I need to check. I'm just gonna do this. Oh, caps lock. Okay. Initialize, and then once here, it is reset. Okay, this we can get rid of. So now when these values change, this should, wait, yeah, when this value changes, right, this part, it does this reload. So what this does is it gets those updated values from here, the response, and then it stores it in the actual UI element. So its value gets changed. And when that happens, it should fire this event, which should then update this value back in here. So this function gets called, and then this part is redundant as it sets the value again, but it should it should save it to memory, even though this part happens twice, which is a little annoying. Right, let's make a note on that. So let's set it to variable twice on Lisa. Oh, enjoy your dinner, Lily. Take care. How long has it? Oh, it's only been 2 hours. Should be good for a while because I had dinner before starting, or lunch before starting. So, oh, shrimping again. That was my chair. It is very squeaky. Okay, so now let's try that out in Unity. Okay, let's just make it maximized. Start. There we go. Let's say we, for some god-forsaken reason, invert both movement. Okay, so now it should be saved. Okay, it's saved. Now we reset, right? Everything looks good. Now we close. And start again, and it should be back to defaults. Yes. Nice. Okay, so that's working. I'm gonna try this for all settings. But try this. I mean, we tried it, but whatever. Let's say, see, see. Let's just mess with these. Not frequent. All right. We check it again if it gets saved. Okay, looks good. Yeah, great. Now we reset. So this, all of these. Yeah, looks good. Now we try it again. And yeah, it saved. And it's working. All right, good. Now I can, I believe, check that on here. Yeah, okay. Autosave versus Windows storage. All right. So dev mode. Okay. What this means is how you have a developer mode in Android, where you go into your settings and spam click the, I believe, Android version, and that unlocks some new options for your phone. Developer mode. So I'm thinking I want something similar here. So if you spam the reset button, that unlocks a bunch of settings, including the free cam option that you can see here, because this lets you essentially fly through things. So that should be a developer only option. There's more that lets you like set how far the log is for the clipping plane, the distance you can interact with things. Because let's say I want to interact with that. Oh, what? Really? That far? What? That's too far. Did I not set a limit on that? So wait, what's the current? Back into code. What's the limit? Hold on. duration, distance, interact. Yeah, 20. That's too hard. So yeah, this should be developer option, these two. So it'll let me test things out. I don't know if I want to mess with this. So it's only going to be preview. Do I even want a dev mode? Is the question. Because I thought it was a cool idea. That's why I included it in the notes. But I'm not sure how to use for it. I think I'm gonna skip it for now and just have that setting there. Actually, you know what? This could be the user setting. I do want a UI element for this so that I can tweak it based on what feels right, and then I can use that value as the default. I think that makes sense. Same for this, maybe. I mean, this must just be constant. It's weird and yeah, I could have that as well. So both of these I want to make into UI settings, and then after that, I'm gonna have hide them behind dev mode because I believe in dev mode you should have God mode toggle, infinite sprint, so I could use these things there. It's a bit of a tangent, but I think this will be helpful later on when I'm, fine tuning things. So yeah, okay, we got distance, interact, and sprint ratio. So here, additional settings, we have distance, interact, sprint ratio, Godma, question mark, or just, or, auto enable on that. And I believe green down, which we already have working. Show additional settings. Cap the reset button 7 times. Then let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna, I don't know, 4-second window. Actually, I like the number 3 more, so just, and then a 3-second window. So it remembers how many times you press this button, and if it's within 3 seconds, it's gonna count. All right, so let's start with this. Oh, wrong button. Distance interact. UI. Yeah, it's just gonna be a slider between, I don't know, like 1 and 10 units. I don't think it needs to be more than 10, but we'll see. We can change this. Oh, hold on. Let me see how far. Uh, sorry. Oops, wrong thing. I wanted to go here. Yeah, let's see how far 10 is. Because if it's significantly far, then we can just use that. Let's see. Unity and let's go. Okay, still pretty far. Let's say we move back. Okay, we can. And okay, this is 10. Yeah, this is linear distance. Yeah, this is. Yeah, no one has arms that long. So, okay, still. Okay, yeah. Oops. Yeah, 10 is good. All right, so back to notes. Between 1 and units. Got it. Maybe I should go. No, that's fine. Rank ratio is just going to be slider between 0.1 and 0.9. So either you're moving at 10% speed or 90% speed. You will start sprinting. I think I'm just gonna go with this option. God mode is just gonna be auto enable on dev mode. You take no damage, and I think sprint should also be a separate setting. Um, really, so download mode. So to toggle this one, toggle it, that stops stamina drain, or rather ignores stamina usage. Okay. Percentage movement speed before, rather, minimum percentage of movement speed before sprint, before you start sprinting. Okay. So maybe stop pressing random buttons. Yeah, should be good. Whisper guaranteed to be less than 10. Recam we already have, so we can. I don't think we need this here since we already have this. As it is here. So, right, should be good. So let's start with this. Extends interact. So menu settings, we're gonna have this. Actually, camera. It's another toggle. Was it? No, it is a slider, and it is distance, interact, and then we have another slider for sprint ratio. and then a toggle for adrenaline. I call it adrenaline. Well, um, you know what? Thing I'm gonna have this separate because there will be no option to turn them off that mode. So I'm just gonna remove that and keeping it there so I remember I consider this option. All right. So oops, I had it hidden. So what I did was just add these three. So how far you can interact, sprint, adrenaline, and now cardinal. All right. But when here we're gonna have displays for different ones. We have going 1, 2, 3, 4. So weeks, stems, interact, got spring ratio, we got God mode, and then adrenaline mode. Why I'm having health and stamina separate? I mean, it could be useful when I'm testing enemies where I want to get damaged, but want to be able to run away. So we'll have a separate. Okay. Next, we come here. 3, 4. So here we have distance, interact. Actually, that we see here first. Distance, interact. Then we got sprint ratio, and we have God. And we have distance interact, sprint ratio, and God mode. The Gremlin. Well, hopefully I spelled them all correctly. Hopefully. Alright, then we need these functions. Why do I have spaces in between those? Sorry, I have issues with having empty spaces. Okay. Coach. Okay, it's done. Almost. There we go. Nice. Okay, now we have this. We're gonna be setting something. Okay, so for toggles, it's on, and yeah, okay. So I believe the first one is a slider distance, and the second one is also a slider, and the other two are toggles. So here we're setting distance interact, and same here we have sprint ratio, and here and then a adrenaline So trim, got sprint ratio and distance. Right. Right. Now we need this here. No. Distance, interact, sprint ratio, optimal, and then, all right. Now we move on to here, and then here we're receiving this. So why is brightness all the way down here? Oh, God, we got empty spaces here too, but I'll pretend I didn't see it. All right, it's 3 and 4. Should I just edit it and copy? Yeah, these are not saved, so we don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need that or that. And then the first two are float. Yeah, we're using float sliders. Float and then uh yeah. Okay. All right. Now here I believe we have distance interact and then uh sprint ratio and then dot. I don't think I defined that here. And the last one was red land, which again they have defined here. Distance, interact, go, sprint ratio. We got mode and then run length. Oh, cool. Yeah, sorry, was way my. Okay, so I don't think we need to do anything else with these because these should be used here directly by whatever needs them. Yeah, the interaction system and player controller. So both of these should just use these values directly, and since we're not saving them, not save to memory. Right. So we're gonna need 2 more, and we're gonna edit this down just to keep it consistent with the UI outside. So we got home, and then we got adrenaline. All right, where we're defining this is here. So we move these values here first. Yeah, give it this space. Actually, I'm gonna have this here. Have these basic, then advanced settings. Sorry. Hold on, I need water. I needed that. And then God mode, value of it's gonna be off. And same for what do you call that? Yeah, the drum mode. It's gonna be off as well. And then here, when we reset, I think I wanna keep no, no. These get reset as well. Brightness, I wanna keep here separate. So these are basic, these are advanced, right? And I wanna use, I should have defaults for these as well. So, since I'm using it for the rest, better than using magic numbers, I suppose. We don't need these anymore. And okay, here and here. So now I just declare these, and these can just be, you know, pulled here directly. So I also want to mark these as advanced. Oops, stop. Basic, and then defaults, and then these are going to be float, which are going to be, no, not 0, but n. And then the other one is 2f over 3. The reason I have f here is because if I do a regular 2 over 3, that's gonna turn it into an integer and it's gonna round off. So I'll end up with 0 or 1. I think it rounds down by default, so I should end up with 1 if I leave it without f. So this just ensures the value is float. So it will be 0.66 and so on. Okay, we have read camera and distance interact. Why are those? Oh, yeah, because I didn't declare variable names. Also, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed dinner. Ratio. And what more? And I believe well, I don't want to have to spell this again. It's so annoying. All right. No, B camera and this. Oh, thanks. What you have? Spring. No, random. Well, okay, and then we reset. Freehand meatballs, potatoes, and potatoes. That sounds really good. I could go with that. Nice. Right. Okay. So we have these as predefined variables, and randomly interval. Wait. Oh, we're converting it to seconds. Why is this? Hello. It's whatever. Whatever. It's fine. distance, sprint ratio, and we need uh, access alerts for the other ones. Full of caps lock, but and then they oh, the adrenaline mode. But oh, cool. Okay. Uh, shit. So many. Wait, can I do this? Wait, why is it? Wait, dang it. Can't do it like that. I'm just gonna, sorry, gonna get rid of these spaces because they serve oh, no purpose and it's bothering me. Sorry, should be quick and painless. Just close your eyes, count to 20, and it'll be over before you know it. Maybe count to 30. Come on. Why is there so many? Oh, good lord. Oh, there's more. Oh, no, wait. Oh, yeah. Scheiße. Uh, maybe count to 60. Sorry. There's so many. Oh, I hate this. Why did I do this? It's just, there's no need for a space then. How'd you add it? What were you thinking? Okay, we're done. We're done. I'm not gonna bother with the rest except this one, and we're done. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Right. What was I doing? I believe we declared these here. Let's also mark these as advanced. And this is a completely separate thing, so we could just have this as item interaction. The shader for which is broken because I changed how it's wired because I believe I added another shader and that just removed the other one. I'll have to check that at some other point. Right now it's whatever. Whatever. Move this up. I'll move this here. And then basic. There we go. Alright. So we have the set functions, we have the get functions. We won't need this. Okay, that's interaction. Pickup view. Why is this question mark? I don't know. I guess I'll know once I get to item interaction. And this again, we don't need. Wow. Look at this idiot. You fool. Could have done this. Okay. There's the. All right. So that's wired here and here. Now I believe I'll have to go into the UI and attributes. Just gonna mark this here and basic. So the setters for the what is this? Movement. Oh, okay. We are transferring this value. Okay. Am I doing the same for volume? No. Oh, this is because I wanted to wire it so it affects it in reverse and also maps to a different range. Hmm. Should I make these? No, it's fine. Oh yeah, and this is 1.5. Honestly, this is the only place it's gonna be used, so I'm fine with magic numbers here. Okay, so here though, we're gonna have to use this method. Um, because we want to map this to a range between 0 and no, actually it's going to be 0.1 to that. So I believe what I'm going to do is, because sliders you can have two types, integer and float. With the float you get decimal values, which is what we want for the actual variable. But that makes the UI a little annoying because you can have partial values. So to simplify that, I'm gonna have the UI slider based on integer, and then I'm gonna map those integer values to float here. So this is gonna be sprint ratio. So if its value is, let's say I have 10 out there, its value is 1. Oh, this is 8 steps. Um, hmm. Do I want it to be 8 steps? Or what? Mm, hmm. Well, we do want the value to be more between 0, or you can just use the shorthand 0.9 and 0.1. But is this fine? So the value is going to go from, I believe, actually, let me check in Unity. So we scroll over, hopefully no errors. No errors. Good. All right, options, I believe this part. So we have, let's say, enemy volume. This is all numbers between 1 and 100. And for sensitivity, okay, we have 1 to 9. That's why there's 8 steps. And I think having the slider in intervals of 10% or 5% should be fine. So let's say this is recap. We duplicate, set as fast simply. We rename this to distance interact. Okay. we want the value between 1 and if you want 15, no, 20 steps. Do we? If we double this to 18 and the default value is 6, and that must translate to, hold on, let me take it. Here we have 1 to 9. Okay. Default is in the middle. Here, let's say we go 1 to 9, default it's in the middle. Let's just go with the same method. So now in Unity, VS Code, this value goes from 1 to 9. When we max it out, it goes 9 minus 1, that's 8. And then this becomes 1. So it takes this value, which we don't want. Okay. Then when this goes to 0, 1, this goes 1 minus 1, 0. So this part becomes 0 and lerp, which basically interpolates between this. So when this is 0, it takes the first value. So it's going to be 0.1. And we have 8 steps. So we even need a lerp because let's say it's 1, we just divide it by 10. So that's that, and then divide by 10. Yeah, I think we just multiply 0.1, and that should give us the same result. So when it's 1 times 0.1, it becomes 1. And when it's 9 times 0.1, it becomes 0.9, which is what we want. Okay. Oh, that wasn't even distance interact. Whatever. It's just okay. This is gonna be between 1 and 10. So I guess I can change it to be between 1 and 9, so it just apps directly, and I don't have to change anything. It's because steps of 1 should be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna map this one directly. Okay. Back to Unity. It's compiling. Go here. This is fine. Duplicate. Now this becomes spur ratio, which again we keep everything same. Now back to this. When it's 1 and it's 9, yeah, it just works. And the last 2 are toggles. So a sibling and then so this becomes, I believe, what does it become? Oh god, my brain just stopped working for a second. Got me one, and we got adrenaline. Oh, alright. So we have these set up, and this should just be the same. Nothing changed here. I believe I might have to height is twice set the height. Oh yeah, content height. So now we added these four, which is 40 each. So 4 times 4 is 60. So this needs to go up by 160. Okay, rest of it should be fine. The mask, yeah, yeah. And then we add the display and labels. This, oh, some of these need display, which means with 2 sliders that we have, which is for distance, interact, and then distance, oh, sprint ratio. Sorry, that did off. And then that should be good. We're gonna need spacers, I believe, which we will see. I believe there should be one here, and then the rest we'll see once we have the bot running. As for labels, we're gonna need 4 more labels for distance. Alright. Uh, 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 sprint ratio for long, and I believe uh, 39. Well, okay, don't need to rename these. We don't need preview. We need distance interact. We got sprint ratio. We got and then we got adrenaline mode. Okay, getting another top. I need I need water. Okay, so we got distance interact. All of these labels are fine. Display, I'll need to check, and then I need to assign these here. Okay, yeah, the values. Oh, bubbles don't get those. I believe. No, 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 no. They do. They do. Yes. But wait. Oh, the display is within these. Right. I forgot. Did I not add all caps with this? Yeah, it should be. So even lowercase should work. This and this. I renamed these to God mode and adrenaline mode. Okay, back to here. These are the controls. We assign distance, interact. We assign sprint ratio, guard mode, and adrenaline mode. Next, for the display, for this, we use this. For ratio, we use this. And then here we use this because we're displaying on top of the button itself. Okay, and I believe these buttons should have raycast signal. I don't know if that's a separate setting. Raycast target. Hmm. Should I have it? I don't know if it affects the actual button working. So let's test that out real quick. And I think that was lightning outside just now. Okay, so if we press on the button, it's still working. So it shouldn't be an issue. Let me verify it with Recam. Yeah, it's ignoring the texture or the text. So should be. Do I have debug mode on? Oh yeah, should be debug mode as well. Did some other time. It's fine. Okay, now for spacing, what? Why are those two not showing up? No. Where's it? Why is it all the way down there? Wait, what? Um, sorry, I got such. Maybe. Strange is going through notifications. All right, we're good. Okay, so why is the display? Hold on, let me see unfocused so I can look at both of these. Okay, so is it just not showing up? Wait, why is there? Oh, oh, because I made this too big. Hold on. It needs to be 1, 2. So 4 2's a 8. Oh, there we go. So I just do that and it should be good. Okay. Spacer here It is 80. So now we should have it in the right spot. Let me try this out as well. Oh, no, it's all good. I saw the notification, but so I thought might as well. All right. Why is this 0? It should not be 0. Am I setting this for all of them? No. Why is it not setting those defaults? Maybe I missed something in the code. Hold on. Back to code. We can. Oh yeah, this part I missed it here, and this part I missed it here as well. And four. No, two of these, and then two sliders, two of these, and then two sliders. All right, or dropped out. I think it's the same. Here we're converting them back from our old value, the actual value, but you don't need to do that because we're using those values directly. No, no, might need to convert this back. So since we're dividing by 10 there, here we multiply by 10. But now for each of these values, we check this is distance, right? This is sprint ratio. Here we have distance, right? And then sprint ratio. Oh, 10F. Wait, what? Okay. This is a float. Maybe, oh, it's probably from this. But yeah, it was from that. And adrenaline mode. So here we get God mode, adrenaline mode, that goes there. And then here we get space for the other values. So, and this part just converts the integer into a string. It's one way of going about it, which is fine for now. Doesn't really affect, sorry, excuse me, affect performance that much. This is distance, interact. This is sprint ratio. Save here. Oh, display. Display. And then God mode. And then what do you call it? Adrenaline mode. And display. Display. And then honey. And okay, should be good now. I believe we're converting it back here. We are converting it here. I believe we're saving this as a float. Let me just double check. It's a float. That's a float. And yeah. And that's a float. All right. So now it should be showing those values. We pop back in Unity. And speed share. There we go. 9 and 7. Okay, we can tweak that here. All right, and sprint ratio is 7. Yeah, 70%, 60%. Let's actually try this out. So, okay, we turn that down, and now we can't interact. Actually, let me make this full screen since this is working. Oh, let me check this first as well. God mode working. All right, both of these working. Okay, so we can get rid of these. All right, then maximize. There we go. Distance, interact. Oh, one is really short. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you have to be real close. Yeah, I remember this effects. Your view mode as well. This is too less, but it's just there. Right? And here we are standing on top, but we still can't interact. So let's try to, yeah, it works. Now it works. And I might have to add some option that moves objects closer with higher FOV and then further away for lower FOV. So it's still playable at these, settings. I will make a note of that. Hold on here. There we go. Let's see. And, I anchor move closer, further, based on OBs, so the object remain roughly the same size. Game playable at settings. Even if if it's absurd, because why not? Okay, so now we got this. All we change is from 10 stop to 9, which is fine. This I want to try out next. So back into Unity. Continue. Okay. So distance interact is sorry. Sprite ratio is 2. Wait. It's 9. So okay. I'm moving pretty fast. I think I need a setting for player movement as well. Okay, I need to have some sort of output so I know when we're sprinting. So back to code. We go to player, I believe, base player. We come here. See. Okay, stamina. Right, fast tandem. So this is when we're sprinting. So we say sprinting. I know it's a bad way of doing this, but it works. So when we're sprinting, we just here, and when this stops, it means we're no longer sprinting. Back into Unity, and it's compiling. Now, run it. Okay, it should have those settings. So, distance, oh, it didn't get saved. I might save these two actually, since they're more important. Hold on, we start moving. This is not sprinting? Oh my god. We're fast. Too fast. Okay. I'm just looking at here. Let's just start sprinting. Yeah, we're moving too fast. We need to slow down. Hold on, back into code. But, oh, wait, before I do that, let me just make sure it works for lower sensitivity. So, if we move even a little bit, we should be both. Yeah, okay, so it's working. All right, back into notes. We check that out. Speak ratio, yada yada yada. Looking as intended. Before we do God mode, I think I want to have move player or yeah, player speed. So slider between X and Y. I don't know what the value is. Uh, it's just basic X and Y. So that just says how fast we're moving. So we'll need to add that. Also, oh, I do want to save these settings. So let's just, um, yeah, let's just add these. And at the end, like here, gonna be save distance, graph, spread, ratio, and player speed, player price. So you don't have to set them again because these are more important than these. Okay, so let's do this then. Add this slider. So back into code, we go into menu. We can start here. I think that's fine. I think I want to have this after sprint ratio because, or maybe at the end. Yeah, it's fine at the end. So we got player movement display, and then here we got slider or player movement, or I could just call this player speed. Is that what I'm calling it in my notes? Yeah, I am. I just picked the wrong name here. Okay, so we have that speed, their speed, here we do layer speed, unbounding change, set layer speed. Then here we do, since it's sliders, we do layer speed display and speed. Here it's gonna be a slider, so layer speed, and then layer speed. Okay. Excuse me. Then we go here, similar to this. We have set layer speed, set layer speed, layer speed. Okay, good. We're set here. Yeah. Now invariants. So we got distance interact. It's gonna be layer speed now here. Right. We're gonna do the saving at the end. So we got here, got layer speed. Let me look into the layer motor class, see what speed we're using. Oh, it's a public variable. So if I go into Unity, which is currently gonna give me errors, but that's fine. We have layer motor. Okay, 10. So 10 is too fast. We go back here. I could have just tweaked it there, actually. You don't really need a slider for this. You know what? This could be useful in recap, so sure. Right, back to here. By default, we're gonna mark that lateral 3 or 5 half length. Right, and then we go here. Go layer speed is layer speed, and layer speed is indeed layer speed. Wow. What over here? Okay, and then we can just use this, rename this layer speed, and then down here we go layer speed is layer speed. Cool. So that should get rid of all the errors. And now, right, we're done with this test. Good for now. We haven't added God mode yet. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't even see all those changes. It was boring stuff I already. Basically the same stuff I did for this. Stuff for this is what I did for this. So you just skip all the boring part. Okay. We have this here. Now we go to player motor, and instead of it using this value, which is used where? Let's see. It is used here. So instead of this value, now it's gonna rely on the invariable variables instance where speed. We get it from there, and I believe that was the only reference. Yeah. So we can comment out. And I don't think I have a separate one for sprint. How does sprint protect speed anyway? I don't remember. Um, let's check that actually. Motion speed. Is it just we can move? That's quick. I think yeah, that's what it is. It just uh stops you from moving fast. So the sprint ratio is, I believe, point 50% So if when you're exhausted, you run at 50% of your top speed, which is it's fine. Right. It's the simplest way I could think of, and it works. All right. So now their speed should be affected by that. Now we return to Unity, let it compile. Now we added here options. Sorry. Controls with swing. We got another label for air speed. Why are you broken? Air layer speed. There we go. I think I'm just gonna make this 1 unit longer. So we and we go here. I could make it auto, so it looks at this list, how many items it has, and then there's lightning outside. And yeah, so we need another spacer, I believe. Yeah, because we have two settings after that. So that should be fine for God mode, adrenaline, and then we add one for what do you call it? Player speed. There we go. And then this gets moved to last. Oh, wait, oh, I think. Where's oh, it's gone. Okay, so it's plus and minus. Got it. Okay, player speed. Hold on, I need water. That was good water. All right. Player speed between 1 and 9. I think that's fine as is. Don't really need to change it. And yeah, I think 5 by default is what we wanted. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. So we don't see this mess on screen. Get rid of that. There we go. So we don't need the labels. We just need the slider, which is this, and the display, which is this. Now it should be working. So let's try it out. Oh, wait, I'm just gonna make this split screen. There we go. So right now we should be moving slower. Okay, this is normal, this is sprint. And also I want to try this. Like we should be moving pretty slow. Okay, fast, slow, fast. We don't have textures yet, so it's hard to gauge how fast we're moving. Okay, slow, fast. Takes me 2, 3, 3 seconds, and if I walk normally, 1, 2, 3. Was that the same? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, so it's slightly faster. I don't know how much. I'll have to check the spring code again. And I believe if I drop this to 1, we should be moving at a crawl. Yeah, there we go. 3. Hmm. 3 seems a bit slow, like we're just moving through. Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait. Why don't we. What is this? Oh, this family? Sprint is broken, I believe. This is normal. Okay, but not sprinting. Oh, suddenly we stop. Yeah, the movement code is bugged. So let's look at our notes. Um, hmm. Slider between 1 and 9 minutes. That's working. And uh, back in player speed, player movement, we do 3 check when sprinting works. Thing normally with keyboard, yeah, playlist at 1 speed um, is training stamina is a problem. It shouldn't. And 2, um, suddenly rather much slower when exhausted, which shouldn't be how it is. You only learn speed as far as I know. Okay, so there's that. So at least the UI side is working. So we're gonna count that as done. Next, I wanna have God mode. So should be pretty simple. Back in our code. Oh, code. Look up the base player where we had a open damage. We here. This is the script that does damage. So when we come here, we're just gonna do a check. If game, wait, damn, master. I haven't checked this script in a while actually. Log, build status. Oh, we could have this as a setting as well. Or debug reasons. Hmm. Wait, should I add a tutorial? I remember adding that in some version of the game. Hmm. I'll have to check. Yeah, because we have game lives, game time, fog, and this is hard coded. It should not be hard coded. Should be it should be tied to basically render distance. I don't want to be on setting for render distance either. Hold on. Let me go back to Unity. Oh, I can just check it here. I can run it. Stop. Yeah, we don't. That's something that would be useful. So back into notes. We need uh, view distance. I think we do have camera far, but I don't think we're exposing that value. Let me quickly check camera far. We are. We do have camera far, but it's just uh, camera far should be tied to render distance. It's going to be single. It's not a variable. Render distance can be necessary. Okay. Let's go back to Playable. Back into the code. Come here. We go in variables, instance, I believe. Mode. Yeah. If we have God mode, just ignore all damage. Ignore all damage in mode. What visual effects, um, visual effects, VFX, SFX, etc. So we don't have those yet. So I think this is called directly from the enemy script. Yeah, enemy does this. What about this? Where is this? Trigger damage. These are damage colliders. And this is. Might have to rethink this, but for now, let's just ignore it. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. This too, I don't know if it works anymore. We'll see, because I think there was another function or library or something that lets you specify how long you want the vibration to last. So I could use that later on. For now, God mode should be working. I'm gonna mark that as checked. So, okay, adrenaline mode should ignore stamina usage. So, up, this is all. another test option. Oh yeah, because some enemies do that. So I'll leave that check here. Like Dragon Lord, you know, I'll stand rather exhaustion and Dragon Lord, and we also have something here. I believe this is all the stamina check. So the stamina drain is happening here, and here it's regenerating. So here we're gonna have another check that we are not in Berlin mode, because if we are, hmm, we want this first, in the middle, or huh? So if the timer is running, this is gonna fail, that's fine. If we're not moving, this is gonna fail, that's fine. And then last, it checks whether we're in this mode. We are, and this is gonna fail, and it's only gonna recover stamina. Alright, and I guess if we're already exhausted, it's not gonna give us stamina back immediately. If we want that, we're gonna need to change the setting, which I think it's fine. We can just make a note of that here. Stamina usage. This is a sprint. It's an enabled if it's an enabled forcefully. So exhaustion effect remains, or rather, it's out as weapon. So there's that. Oh, let's verify as well before we mark it. So this should be working. So now enemies can drain our stamina, and we don't drain stamina while moving. Okay. Back into Unity. Okay. And I'm feeling tired. It's been almost 4 hours. Did I? Okay. Let's see. Go here. Adrenaline ball. Okay. So should be moving fine. We should not slow down at all. Okay. Okay. No slow down yet. Okay. Looks fine. Oh, we're already down here now. If we run, we should run out of stamina soon. I believe we are. I think it's gonna be more simple when we move slower. So we're crawling, gonna wait. Come on, come on. this really so fast, I think. Okay, this is so painful. Hold on. Going fast. Okay, no. Okay, now we're rolling. Now we turn this on. Okay, okay. Still moving fast. Still moving fast. Still moving fast. So I assume stamina isn't being great. All right, that is done. Back into notes. Oh, all right. Take care, Lily. I might pop in, but I'll grab some food first. Yeah. Take care. Thank you for stopping by. Great. It's done. Do I want, oh, oops. Do I want to do this? I kind of want to do this before I call it. So that's just going to be the last thing I do today. So, oh boy, should be pretty simple. You know what? Yeah, actually, we go back to code. All right, we don't need this. We don't need that or that. Or okay, all we need is okay. These are local values. Okay, this I think it's confusing me, so I'm gonna move this to the end. Okay, miscellaneous. Okay, now we have here. We're gonna need keys, oops, for those, I believe, three values. Hold on, one, two, three. Yeah, three things. And then let's just do step by step. So we have first one is distance interact. So this is just distance interact. Then we go sprint ratio, sprint ratio, then player speed, and then that becomes player speed. And this is already here. All three of these. Uh, no, 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 don't worry about it. Okay, I need to make a note of this. Which is, oops, I'm getting a call. Gary. Right. Hello. Sorry, I had to take the call. back to here. What did I want to save? Right. Uh, three or about three and and last since they don't get sick. It's just for my sake, for the sake of my sanity. I'll do this some other time. This is just me being pedantic about stupidest things. So back to here. We are trying to save these values. Okay, so here instead of just getting it from this, we do this, um, saying here and here, and for keys, we do this. So distance interact becomes distance. Why is this following uniform? Oh, because it's in. It needs to be flipped. Let me just correct that here as well. Then we do, sorry, what? Going on, find this. Steps, where's the, what am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, silly. This is adrenaline mode here. We use and we restores ratio. You can notice my handling sanity from this. Airspeed, airspeed. All right. So we do this, and then here we got defaults. Then down the bottom here for distance interact, we do the key underscore distance interact. Same for sprint ratio. We get value, and then last is player speed. Speed, we get the value. All right, and then brightness is not a setting yet, but I'm just gonna put this here and then this stuff is basic mode. Okay, that looks good. Now saving should be working for all of these. And let me just mess with the defaults. Distance interact by default, let's say is 4. Sprint ratio is no longer fractional. It's just 7n, or yeah, 7n. And their speed is 5, which I think was fine. Okay, this needs to be dealt with later, which I should make a note of before I forget. Do I have a note on this? Right, yes. I don't. is not set up um, at a setting slider, but as it now manually it you know a night cycle. So this game does have a day-night cycle and weather, which isn't added yet, but I will add it at a later point. I need more water. Okay, so let's test out saving back into Unity. Let it compile. No errors, hopefully. All right, looks good. Okay, so we change that, let's say, to this, and this, and this. Then we stop and start again. Should have these updated values, and they do. Reset. Oh yeah, this resets all of them. Hmm. Should I have per value reset? That would be such a pain. Okay, let's just look at this first. Okay, or maybe like a confirmation dialog before it, resets because they get saved immediately. But this is working. That's good. And I believe the confirmation dialog would be the way to go. To go. Ugh. Oh, this is not the wait. Okay, yeah. There we go. And then confirmation dialog or reset. That's nice. It gets the changes get saved me immediately. Okay, that should be all for today. I didn't verify this, but since Sprint is broken anyway, I'll figure out how to do this next time. Now, I might stream tomorrow. I don't know what time. I'll try to stream earlier in the day. Try to, but I shouldn't have anything to do. Oh, we did do bonus. Yeah, we need to test before we. Okay. Everything should be good for now. So yeah, that will be it for today. Hey, thank you for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. And take care. All right. Goodbye. I will try to update the Git repo. Not today. I'll try it tomorrow morning. So, or I might try it today. I'll see if it's simple. And yeah. All right. Goodbye.